Come on, bring it on. Ain't nothing I can't handle. Little anime girls.
What?
Yep. This is hard though. I can make a beat off this. My past beats are fire. Alright, we started. Please enter my name. That's me. Surgery.
Flashback.
Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm sick. Overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Why is that my name?
End of flashback.
Oh, that was a bar. That's me, Surgery. Oh yeah, we saw this. Alright, retry. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, Surgery. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple. Tink. Okay. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be... Okay. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I'm not replicating that. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Surgery, have you decided to join a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Jerry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's easy like me for real. Well, that is me. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. What? You have any since really overthink you. But like, I don't know, but I thought of me becoming a NEET in a few years because I'm not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. But yeah, at least promising me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to use her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Calm little classroom. Yep, the school day is as ordinary as ever, as it's over, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I just saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me. Sometimes I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if I'm going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Whether you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club, Doki Doki Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help us start a new club since she was the first one to show up interest after the one who proposed the club. He inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's too cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let a long sigh out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I saw myself for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Sayori, everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, I glance around the room. Ooh. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sergi, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Oh, word just gave me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Whoa. Natsuki. That's her name. A little tsundere. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also one of the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody, Sayori says quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri? Don't say things like that. I gotta stop. No, why am I stuttering? On purpose. You're... That wasn't on purpose. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Whoa. It's great to see you again, Sergi. It's great to see you, Monica. Whoa. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, but I gotta slow down. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Why, bro? You too, Monica. Come sit down, Sergi. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Why is she so tall? Yo, she's like the whole screen. Gotta put her in a WNBA. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. I don't know if I'm saying these names right. Sayori. Okay, Sayori. Natsuki. How do you say that one? Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori gives the first one. Okay. Then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full as she's managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she's made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like... yo. It's literally a tsundere. It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did. Here you said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. All right. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Yeah, that's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Yuri faints smiling to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy to be here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a good board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Haha. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is really a great leader. Yup. Yuri also lost in agreement. Yup. And then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start into something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such a different girl is all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three, and maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So surgery, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered to myself, quietly, half joking. I'm skipping too fast. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind the story them is amazing to me. I sounds like a story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. She's nervous because of me, bro. That's ladies, come on.
You need to leave.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh, she's getting exposed. Well, what gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud," and give that back. Fine. What is it? I want to know. It's gonna be something interesting. I already know. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sarah's side is up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Yeah, why don't you do that? No, Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities. Yo, I can't read. You must be willing to open up. Oh my gosh. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and show. Last time. If I mess up, I'm just skipping this sentence. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. Me too. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write our poem of our own. Then next time, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. She's too excited. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will be help. Oh. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond in the club. Isn't that right, Surgery? Monica smiles warmly at me again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth about what's been on my mind. Yeah, I never said I would join this club. Sarah might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls at me. Oh my gosh, they are staring at me. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Yo, I can't. She actually assumed it. This is frying me. Alright, Surgery. You all, I'm defensive against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, writing poems is the price I need to pay with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. She's hugging me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring tomorrow meeting so we can, to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Seriously, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh, yeah. Can I really impress the class star with Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Surgery, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Yeah, sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. One of them. Yeah. So, the tall one. Yep, the purple. Yeah, the purple one. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Let's see. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever you likes the most. Okay, so Yuri, right? She's like nervous and timid. So I'm gonna say color. Oh, that was not the right one. That's like Sayori, I think. Oh, she likes fantasy, right? That was not the right person. Okay, I'm everybody, but the purple one. Let's see. Determination. Yes. See, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. Eternity, bouncy, papa, after image. What are these? Depression. Why did she get that? She likes sad stories. Why does he keep doing that? Kitty. Okay, that's not the right person. Rose. That's still not the right person. Anxiety. There we go. Ambient, hurt, shame, vitality. I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm cooking now. I don't even know what that means. Frightening. See, I'm cooking. Come on. Agonizing. Come on, I'm cooking. Vivacious. That's a nice word. They're all wearing skirts. Excitement. That is not. Existence. Yup. Uncanny. Yup. Unstable. Yup. And these are heaven sent. Yo, I'm cooking. Come on. Incongruent. Oh, come on, bro. I'm cooking. Music. Okay. Misfortune. That is not. Okay. Pleasure. Yup. Bliss. Okay, that was still not right. I was doing pretty good for a good moment, though. Pretty good. Hi again, Surgery. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Yep, I would never lie. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Surgery. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. So this is Yuri. This is what I was cooking up for right here. The tall one, yeah. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Hey, who are you to talk? Yeah, I didn't want to join any clubs this year, or Natsuki. And last year too, yep. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Really? Natsuki, okay. Yeah, what was that? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in their seat. Don't worry, guys. Surgery always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking me. Like cooking and cleaning my room, how dependable. Yo, that's me. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Okay. Yo, what? How did that happen? And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, are you? No. I'm a little jealous, huh? Don't even worry. You will be good friends. Trust me, Yuri. How come you and Sergey? Yeah, see exactly. To Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori, did she? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Come on, bro, show me. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't even expecting anything in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I gotta stop. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Pleasant Park. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it might keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. That's perfectly fine with me. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite not me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do reading games. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Or you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious. Yes, I am. But at the same time, I always feel bad from distracting him from reading. I can catch a glimpse of the book cover. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She seeks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Okay. But that makes her only hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was so focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. I was just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Cardi? I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. Life is strange? She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, haha. Yuri gently giggles and all of a sudden, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Surgery? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those type of... Yeah. They don't even say type. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, you know? So don't worry. Where am I saying, you know? I'm making stuff up. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that you're into those things. She's so shy and She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that. It's just that. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? No, I was listening. All of that. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. Yup, I'm a good listener. Yep, I listen a lot. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well just get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Haha, what do you say? Why do I laugh like that? Haha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. Just let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I won't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, haha. Yeah, this should work, right? I sat at my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. We each lean in a little bit. Our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold up the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page here. Whoa, that was cool. Okay, I was not expecting all that. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn the page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. By holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah. To turn the page? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face and now her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. That's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I just turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent to some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but Sergey, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? What am I saying? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share the poems. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In this case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. When all that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori, and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poem. Sayori is on a recall sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Yuri, what? Come on now. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Yo, I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads from the poem, I notice her eyes line exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then covers her whole face. She's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Yeah, I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yeah, he takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your imaginary and your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. To this. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical to new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that is not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning an example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs give you valuable feedback. Natsu can be a little bit biased though. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of... I can't read this. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such Yeah, I can tell. What? I wasn't thinking... It did take me a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. I'm lying. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Haha. What? Actually, the ghost isn't... What? The story isn't about a ghost at all, Sergi. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own feelings, their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more strong, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of it that way. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a team. Again, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Surgery. Me too. Who should I show? Dang, I gotta show it to all of them? It's gonna take forever. Natsuki. Natsuki. Surgery. Question mark. Were we communicating with silence? Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sorry. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. I probably won't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's a... What? Yo. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. That's a lie. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be also sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But this isn't the point of poems, for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I've decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect you to learn from the youngest. Didn't expect to learn. No, oh my gosh. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm doing Sayori last. Hi, Surgery. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going off with the flow until I'm settled in. Anyway, want to share your phone with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Surgery. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. Great job, Surgery. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Yep, I know. I'm a great reader, huh? It's really metaphorical. Thank you. I'm not sure why I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? That Yuri likes this kind of writing. Yeah, I'm cooking. What can I say? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. See? Well, let's read it then. Whoa. Oh my, she wrote too much. A hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction in the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor. The music changes every time, huh? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film. Film? No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hall of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany. Is that how you say that? Recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk deep about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I? Well, there's one. Yeah, Theory. ... This is a good poem, Surgery. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm not the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Surgery. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thinking. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Well, this music is really different. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I'd sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. What? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you put until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. I came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, there's no crank. That's the day. We split. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Yeah, this was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Yeah, I guess I'll look forward to it. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to this. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Yo, she's being mean. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or everything? Or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Yeah? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Surgery did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course, I come across something particularly. Siri, how do you pronounce particularly? Particularly. Which I haven't yet. And Surgery liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Yeah? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Surgery appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? Yo. This beat is hard though. Yeah. I'm recording VDOC. It's my first video. Yeah. This a hard beat? Yeah. Surgical on his meat? Yeah. Surgery? That's me. Surgery? Not free. Yeah. Hold on, the beat drop. That's hard. Oh, I got distracted. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs actually grew a size bigger as soon as Surgery started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. They were fighting over me. Yo, Surgery, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have figured it out. Help me explain that to her, Surgery. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is the only unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Surgery? Well, I get dragged into this in the first place. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be. Ooh, this is. I don't want to choose nobody, bro. That's mean. They're all cool people. But Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. There's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why, yeah, cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that, Natsuki. I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody is taking her side. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps me to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way, she crumples her poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe that I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sergey. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. There is another thing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about showing params? It was a lot of fun. Well, I would say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Sergi, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Surgery. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Sergey. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me feel the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Whoa. Well, what am I talking about? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Can I save here? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna save right here. Yeah. So that was a very eventful hour. I recorded for an hour. It's gonna be like my first series, I think. Yeah, this is just part 1. I will finish this game, And yeah, this game is pretty cool. Yuri, hey, I'm coming, Yuri. No, whoa, not no. I'm looking out for Yuri, Natsuki is cool too, but like he's a little hot-headed. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the video, and yeah, see y'all in the next one.